We may not be slaves like we were before, but we still are slaves. Watch.
You are a natural born public speaker, and that's a fact.
Do you actually feel guilty, or were you just told to feel guilty?
Focus on actually what we can do.
Point it out and show it to me.
You have the freedom to do what you want to and be what you want to in America.
What are we going to do about it?
What oppressed me?
Just saying.
So the CRT stuff, BS.
What's going on, folks and Folklorama? So look, I just want to run something by you guys real quick. And pretty much you see what the title of this is, and you're going to understand why I titled this. It's something that I kind of thought about and I had conversations with a lot of black people in the community. But I think I can just bring this to I guess you could say a bigger stage right now. And you see why I called it. It says, why blacks? Like right now, blacks. Why blacks? Why are blacks being pushed to be gay and homosexual more? I mean, am I the only one that's seeing this? It seems like more than anyone. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of focus is on blacks right now, and it has nothing to do with Black History Month at all. Just period. Black seems to be the very thing that everybody plays off of right now. If you want to get a one-up on somebody, have something to do with black. If you want to make yourself a better white person or something like that, involve somebody black. If you want to make yourself more virtuous, let people know how many black friends you got. If you want to make yourself more virtuous, let you speak up for black people, blah, blah, blah. But my question that I want to keep on saying, this might be a little poetic at it. I'm just going to keep on saying, why blacks? Why blacks, right? Why are blacks being pushed to be more homosexual than any other race, it seems like to me? Glorify. All you got to do, think about your TV shows right now. Think about who is it that they really perpetuate to be out in the forefront as being gay or lesbians. It seems to be like there's mainly blacks, don't it? I mean, oh, Magic Johnson's son, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it seems like there's always something. Oh, what's the boy, Old Town Road, whatever it is. I mean, not only that, whenever they do pretty much encourage them and, push them on to be gay or whatever like that, so flamboyant with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there are not any white people that are like that, but I'm just saying out in the forefront, I can't think of any white person. I can't think of any white person that's homosexual, that's a male, that is just put out there, just flaming out there in the forefront. I mean, just out there, just boom. I mean, not to the equivalence of RuPaul. I don't see any of that. I don't see any white people being pushed to be gay and like want to be put in the forefront in the TV shows like they do with blacks. Why blacks? Okay. Why are blacks pushed to be destructive? Why are certain scenarios being created towards the black community for it to be an outcome of something that leads to destruction? Scenarios are being caused. Different things are being brought up. Different things are being put in people's face to where it causes black people to react by the end result being destruction. Neighborhoods being jacked up. Stores being messed up. Robbing stores, robbing the local mom and pop shops. Neighborhoods being destroyed. Again, with that being said, why blacks? And then the media try to flip it. Oh, they're just so upset. They're just so mad about everything that's going on. That's the reason why. That just look. And in doing so, you almost are encouraging them to keep that behavior up versus saying, hey, there's a better way to go about this. We can get you guys the proper help, the proper attorneys, I forgot we can't get attorneys. Why are black people being pushed to be ignorant? Why blacks? Okay. Why are among the female race, biological female race, black females are the ones that's being pushed to remain single mothers and never try to engage in no type of relationship as being married? Now, I'm not talking about the ones that are pre-baby mamas or anything like that. I'm talking about the ones who already have one or two children. You're a single mother and the government pretty much steps in and they're like, okay, if you get a man, you're not going to be getting these benefits from us. Isn't that amazing? Not necessarily if you bring in another income. They don't want a man there. Why blacks? Huh? Why blacks? Why are blacks the highest pushed ethnicity in America to destroy their babies? That can go all kind of different ways. Men leaving the women fatherless can cause a child to be destroyed mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Black young girls are being pushed like nobody's business to kill their own babies, to abort them. Now there's pills and stuff. They push you to do it. Oh, well, they're really not targeting blacks. That's everybody, Ty. Yeah, well, how come most of them are in black neighborhoods or black urban regions? Why do you find most of those Planned Parenthoods in those regions? It says Planned Parenthood. It shouldn't be called. It should be called Planned Death is what it should be called. Not parenthood, because you're not helping nobody plan to become a parent. If you are planning and helping somebody to become a parent, you will be putting things in motion to prepare them to become a parent, which means something has already happened within their bodies for them to be a parent. But if it's Planned Parenthood that you're going for and you're trying to prevent them from having a baby, perhaps you should call it something else. Planned Adulthood. Huh? How about something else? So anyway, why blacks? Why blacks? Why are blacks pushed to be? Oh, wow. Yeah, this gonna. Why are blacks pushed to be career women? Huh? Why? Guys, y'all just do not know. I cannot name the movies off the top of my head, but there's movies out there that. Okay, Think Like a Man. That's one. You see an example in there. Career woman. Did I forget it's another movie? Guys, there's all tons of movies that I've seen out there. Oh, Daddy's Little Girls. All these references are made. Girl, what are you going to do with a guy that's a mechanic and you and your Ivy League education? Why is that type of rhetoric being pushed amongst blacks? I have a lot of people that I work with on my job that are white, and we've discussed these certain things, and they look at me like cows at Newgates when I ask them, do white people do this? And look, I'm just saying, not saying that it don't happen, but the ones that I've talked to, you talking from St. Louis to Florida, from Tennessee to Kansas, Illinois, Missouri, I have not had one person say, oh yes, that's known among white people to get a man that is of the same type of, he's on the equivalence of the education as you are. Why? Why is it pushed for them? Why is it pushed for our black women to be single and strong and don't worry about no kids? Don't worry about a man. You be a career woman. You could be just as good as a man in the van field. When studies show, which they're not going to tell you, and it's not to hurt any women's feelings, not to cause no controversy. I'm just telling you that it found that women were actually happier. Now, don't get me wrong. Some do have a gift to where there's some women that just don't want kids. I have a relative right now. I'm not going to say her name or what she is to me, but I have a relative right now. She doesn't have kids. That wasn't her thing, and she doesn't regret it. That wasn't in her. There's some men that flick the light on for me. There's some men that they don't want to be married. You know what I mean? They don't want to be married. Kind of like eunuchs. That's their gift. I get it. But like I said, of those women that ended up having that career, getting into their late 30s and early 40s, then they try to decide to hit the date game. And I was got to try to find somebody that's going to match my Ivy League education or match my social economic status. And then you want to try to have kids. And now I got to get off these birth controls, get off this medicine, get off this hormone, this. And most women that did it that route, most of them did not turn out to be as happy as the ones that didn't. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but my point is, why blacks? Why is it pushed amongst our community for the black girls to go, you don't need no man? Why? When all along you know that when you go home by yourself, you want a man. You do. Now, like I said, if you got the gift to where you don't desire to be with a man or anything like that, I get it. I get it. Why are blacks pushed to be ignorant? Well, no, that's not right, Ty. That's not right. Okay. What? Seattle, Washington want to get rid of reading, writing, and math because that is racist against black people. That should be an insult to black people. The very thing that some of us, our ancestors, were being murdered over, were being whipped over, were being beat over. Now they're saying that's racist. Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that back during those days that it was like prohibited for you to try to learn how to count, to read, and to write? That they were having to like find litter. When I say litter, like random pieces of paper that might have been dropped by NASA or whatever from pollution, whatever. They'd take it and tuck it in and try to go and bring out a small little piece of paper and try to read and show their children how to read and write and count. And now in today's world, it's racist for reading, writing, and math. That is racist, considered racist. No, it's a trick to make you more ignorant. Why blacks? They're not saying it about whites. They're not saying it about Asians. They're not saying it about Indians. They're not even saying it about Africans, but blacks, black Americans. Why blacks? Why are blacks pushed to be dependent upon the government? Through all these different programs. We'll give you this. We're going to help you. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to. This is what we're going to do. And yet you seem not to be able to move ahead. You seem to not be able to move forward with anything. You find yourself in the same exact place that you've been in for a huge number of years. You blame the very skin color person, white people, for the reason why you're in the predicament that you're in. But those same white people are the ones that's telling you, I'm going to give you this because of this, or we owe it to you, or we're going to do this. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to get you more of this. And the very thing that they're saying they're giving you more of, that's the very same thing that's keeping you debilitated. I'm going to give you a better walker. I'm going to give you better crutches. I'm going to give you a better cane so you can remain on the crutches, so you can remain on the walker, so you can remain on the cane. But guess what? I'm the supplier of the walker, the canes, and the crutches, which means you have to rely on me. Now, you're going to use that. I'm going to let you know that this is how much I care about you. See how much I want to help you because you have a disability. I'm going to provide you with this. Now, folks, I'm talking mentally and emotionally is what the government is doing to a lot of blacks. But a lot of blacks don't see it that way because consciously, when someone does something that seems to be so endearing and helpful to you, that can be a trick in the mind that you have no idea that underneath all that, they're actually making you worse. It's the equivalence of getting the most strong, powerful, pain relieving drug, but you're still able to carry on and walk on broken legs. Your legs have been completely shattered, but they gave you such a strong medication. You continue to try to walk, but you don't feel no pain. So therefore, you feel like it's helping you when all along it's destroying you. Okay? Why blacks? Finally, why are blacks pushed to hate our own race? Like right now, that's why I'm wearing an Uncle Tom hat. You're being pushed to hate me because I don't think like you do. You being pushed to hate me because you claiming that I'm tap dancing for the white man when you don't even know me, because that's further from the truth. If anything, white people will tell you and black folks that know me from the hood, and they will tell you that's dude, y'all don't know Ty. But the point is, what has gotten you to actually do that? What has gotten black people? What has gotten us to actually hate each other to where we wish another nigga would look at me funny? Or girl, why she staring at me? Why me? Who she looking at you like she want to do something? Again, I've had these deep conversations with white folks that I've known over the course of years in different states that I lived in. I had these scenarios brought to them and they look at me like I'm crazy. When I say I got a question amongst white people, if y'all happen to go to the honky tonk or Tootsie's or something like that, if a white woman is wearing the same dress that you wearing, do y'all look at her and be like, okay, she wearing my dress? Or, I ask some questions like that. If you happen to walk in somewhere and you make eye contact with another female and she looks at you, look at her, what did you do? They say, I'll just be like, well, why is she staring at me? I said, but do you actually voice like, dang, what you staring at? What I'm not saying all black people do that, but I'm just saying culturally it's seen a lot. It's almost like it's pushed, like we're pushed to be that way. Look at our movies, look at our reality shows. It's almost like they emulate that just because they feel like, okay, this is what they do. And then I go and see people carry it out. You don't believe me? Most of the time when we were growing up, when any type of movie came out, all of a sudden people started acting like the people in the movie. Wesley Snipes, sit your $5 butt down before I make change in New Jack City. When G Money kept on saying, man, you ain't said nothing but a word. Next thing you know, we knew that there ended up being people in the west side and east side of Decatur, the south side of Chicago. People name all of a sudden, the names G Money came up. Now somebody named themselves G Money, made themselves look like G Money and everything. Then people start saying, you ain't saying nothing but a word. Y'all see what I'm saying? The stuff is being projected in such a way that it ends up ingraining itself within the culture. Then we end up using that same type of attitude and behavior towards other fellow black brothers and sisters. Why us though? Why are we being pressed? I've not seen no trailer movies or no suburb movies where it's like, y'all know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe that Tom is not cutting his grass once a week like we are. I'm going to say something to Tom. I'm just giving y'all an example. Oh my God, did you see Miss Cheryl? Cheryl, she was over there and I saw her. She was not using the proper S123, the proper S123 fertilizer dispenser. But like us, we talk like, man, hey, dude, you ain't nothing because y'all know what I'm talking about. Why is it that amongst black, it seems like we're being pushed to hate each other? It's in our music. If he kill me, he better hope that he kill me dead. Because if I don't die, I'm putting a hole in that nigga head. It's something like that all the time. It's like most of our songs, don't get me wrong. I grew up loving rap. I still love rap. But my point is, why was Why was such hatred towards our own color allowed to be pretty much projected and just spewed out like, okay, make that the hit, make that the hit, make that the hit. But anybody that talked about some real stuff ended up being a less hits. Tupac pushed stuff out there. Biggie pushed stuff out there. Curtis Blow, Run DMC, Jim Stones. They pushed stuff out there, man. Stories telling us to not be like this towards each other. But then guess what? There ain't no fun in peace. There is no fun in harmony. There is no fun in helping one another because it doesn't sell. What sells is drama. That's what sells. Propaganda sells. Sensationalism sells. There's nothing in there. So then you got music up there that just got us all, let's talk about doing all these different things. And then again, folks, you go out there and people emulate those behaviors. So why black people? Why blacks? This is a question that I'm asking. So hopefully some of you guys respond to this. I'd like to hear from you. Don't forget, folks, if you are not subscribed to this channel, double check to make sure you are subscribed because you are being unsubscribed from my channel. Trust me, you're being unsubscribed and being shadow banned. YouTube can say it's not a word, but it is, or they're saying they're not doing it, but they are. There's no way to have 180-some thousand subscribers. You post a video, you get 30 views. There's just no way. Don't forget, I also have a channel called MRM Ministry. Just type it in YouTube. You'll find it there. I have another channel that's called Insomnia Music 4 Seasons, right? I have another channel called Land of Ties where I do gaming. I'm getting all that together. I'm going to try to keep it consistently going, okay? I'm on Rumble at Modern Renaissance Man. I'm on Instagram at Modern Renaissance Man, but the O is a 0. I'm on Twitter as MRMologist, okay? Make sure you follow me on there. Don't forget, if you would like to donate to the channel or support me, you can do it right here through PayPal. If you do, great. If you don't, great. If you want to join and pay a monthly fee to get exclusive content or just to support the channel, period, through Patreon, that's how you do it. Go on Patreon. It's $1. You paying $12 a year. If you do, great. If you don't, great. If you would like to send donations to where they be posted right here in the back, like this, all that good stuff, send it to that P.O Box right there, okay? That's all I got, folks. Let me know what y'all think. Don't forget, if you got any more things you want to throw in it with this whole thing I'm going on with this Why Blacks, be sure to post it below, okay? Put it in the comment section. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you through Jesus. What is going on, folks? Appreciate you guys watching. Do me a favor, if you're trying to get to the next reaction video that I did after this video, it's right here. But if you're trying to get to my own personal stuff where I do a lot of comedy things that make you laugh, can help brighten your day, then you click right here, all right? And if you want to subscribe to this channel, you forgot to get to know who I am first, all right? Then you're going to click right here to lead you into the subscription. Make sure you hit the bell notifications to get notified anytime I post a video, all right?